returns tonight. We're touching on the NBA. I've got the champ, Sean Higgs. You're a two-crown wearer right now. You're champ of baseball and of NBA. How's it going, Higgs?
Pretty good. And as you know, we got 2 games in baseball chaos yesterday, and I'm already 2-0 versus one guy. Yeah, and I'm about to be 3-0 if we can punch another one across in this Texas game because I got the over 8.5 here. So it's there are 2 games we were different on with the Arizona total. I had the over. And in this game, I took the over in a Rangers 8.5. It's 4-3, bottom 6. So
nice. I'm on that over also. So I'm rooting for that one because I took that one as well. And I did cash on the under in the Indians game. I took Indians White Sox under in the first 5 is the way I did it. But that one worked out. That was from you guys too.
Yes.
Your opponent up top, Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room. How are you doing, Nick?
Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, ready to go here. Hoping I can knock off Sean here and defend my title for next week. I don't think I've ever been a 2-time champion at this, so maybe one time I was, but I did go 5-0 one time.
That's what it. Yes,
yeah.
You had a good run. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah, I remember you being a 2-time champ, but it was like early. It was like football and something like that. But
that's right.
So many of them. We do 4 a week. So
yeah,
they get confusing.
They do.
I had to do a wardrobe change. I'm like, I got a shirt on for 6 videos. It's the span of about it's 37 minutes of videos, but it looks like I'm on there for a week wearing the same Reebok shirt.
I have the same problem. I totally understand. We both do so many videos a day that I feel bad. I've been wearing the same earrings all day, so don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. So if you guys haven't seen the show before, here's how it works. I'm going to give them 5 games that happened, 5 NBA games that happened on Friday, April the 16th. They're going to tell me if they think it goes over or under. Whoever gets the most correct comes back next week as the NBA Total Chaos champion. Are you guys ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
Why not?
All right, Sean, you're going to kick it off because you're the champ. Pacers are at the Jazz, and the number is 235 points. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, like I do with most Jazz games, I am looking at the under. So I'm on here. The Jazz, they're just like a total complete team. I had the Nuggets up in this complete team thing, but we saw they just lose a major component of that cog there. So back to full whole teams that come out and play full games all the time and really don't take time off. Hello, Utah. I mean, last game allowed 96 points. Now, you did see a couple high-scoring games here from Utah over the past, but this one here, Pacers, not really an offensive team for me. You had a wild one against Houston. Okay. Clippers are a team, we've said this many times. Who's playing for them? I kind of throw those out. This isn't a Jazz team that's going to say, all right, let's just run it up and down the court. I know it looks easy the way the Pacers have been putting up some points lately, but I'm relying on the Jazz defense. Let's go. And that's a big number for a Jazz team, 235. I get it because what we've seen out of the Pacers, but too high for my liking.
Too high for his blood. What do you think, Nick?
I'm with Sean on this one. I'm going to go under. The Pacers have played to 3 straight overs. Utah is just held Oklahoma City to under 100 points there. It didn't cover the spread. It got the straight up win there. When these teams played last on February 7th, that total went under the number. Utah won 103-95. So I think it's going to be a similar sort of combined score here. I'm going under with Sean.
Okay, so right out the gate, we're agreeing. When these guys agree, the consensus picks tend to be the most valuable ones on the show, so that's a great start. Nick, you're going to carry us on. Pelicans are at the Wizards, 242 and a hook.
Right. So Washington, I mean, this is a really high number. These teams have been trading back and forth, overs and unders. So there's no real pattern or lopsided trends or numbers or anything. The last time they got together, the total went over the number of 228. You know what? I would say that it's going to be a similar combined score here. I'm going over. I just don't see a lot of defense being played here between these two teams. Neither is going to be in the playoffs. What do they have to play for here? These are players that are, I don't know, playing for a contract, playing for their job next year. No defense. I'm going over in that one.
Higgs, do you agree?
Yeah, at first when I looked at it, so I'm like, man, 242.5. That just seems like a ton of points. But then I just come back to my basic thinking of when it looks like really high. Like I remember back in the day, you'd see like a 68 in college football, and you'd be like, oh man, 68. You got to automatically think the under. But they're just trying to scare you. They wanted to scare you from that high number. So I feel the same way here. Bad teams. Let's get the players want to just feed their stats. I'm with them. Let's go over 242.5. I'm in.
Okie doke. 2 in a row. Nuggets are at the Rockets. 225.5 for you, Higgs.
Nuggies. I got over here to 225.5. I'm going over simply because Houston just plays some like wild games. They're a hot mess over here. What is there to even say? I mean, what the heck's going on here with them? I mean, and the Nuggets, as I just said, and they lose Murray. That's a big loss, but guy goes down, you got other guys going to step up. So it's still kind of early into his demise. I know we've seen unders here, 7 in the last 8. Denver games on the road have gone under, but I don't know. Houston is definitely a team that gives up a ton of points. I mean, 132, 126, 125, 126, 133, 122. I mean, crazy numbers. Come on, Denver. I want to see a nice 125 out of you, get a nice fresh start. You beat Miami pretty good there. Let's do it again on the road. Don't lay the egg like you did at Golden State and versus Boston. I want to see a big output tonight.
All right, so over it is. Nick, do you agree with this one also?
I don't. I guess at some point we were going to disagree. This is one of them. Yeah, Denver did just put up 123 points against Miami there, but the good news was it only allowed 106.
Yeah.
Houston's been seeing the total go over a whole bunch here, and so 4 in a row. And so I just think that perhaps the sentiment out there is that or that this line is a bit inflated now. And so, yeah, I'm going to count that Denver's going to shut them down, not need to get into a shootout here and control the pace of this one instead. And so I'm going under.
Under it is. Okay, I'm glad my cat just jumped up on me and scared the crap out of me. Sorry. Okay, so up next we've got the Trailblazers at the Spurs. 231.5. Nick, what do you say?
Well, the Spurs have seen the total go over in 4 straight. The last time that these teams played together, it also went over. That was on January 18th. Now, San Antonio is in a bit of a dogfight here as they come down the stretch. Not eliminated at all. No one really is at this point. But yeah, they have a game the following night at Phoenix. So it does kind of set up as a letdown or sort of a look-ahead spot there. And yeah, Portland is coming off back-to-back losses. Its last game went over. It lost in heartbreaking fashion there. In fact, it just went over by 1 point, losing 116-115 at home to Boston. And so long story short here, guys, that's too many overs. We got 2 teams really needing a win. I'm going to go under on this one.
Under. Higgs, what's up?
We are not in the same car today. We're opposite sides. I'm going over. Simply because, as you said, we got 2 guys who are playing for playoff lives. I think it's just going to be up and down. Let's go. Whoever has the most points wins. So I'm thinking just up and down. Like the Spurs, it's funny. Think about like the old Spurs teams. They were like a defensive stalwarts back in the day. I mean, not even that long ago, they were a defensive team. Now it's like you look at these totals, you're like, how the heck are they scored 124 points or whatever? So whatever. Give me the over here. Desperate times call for desperate measures. These are desperate teams. So light them up.
Light them up. I like it. Okay, last one. Knicks are at the Mavericks. 210.5. Higgs, finish it off.
This is our standby under of all unders. The Knicks, they're just an under team. Who knows what it is? I mean, sometimes they don't score. Sometimes they just play defense. Maybe teams that come in and just play Knicks like these guys are terrible and they play down to them. They're just an under team. 210. If it was in that 2, I see their 204s, 205s for Knicks, and then all of a sudden I'm on the over. But this is right in their wheelhouse. I'm going to go under because it's treated me so well for the last month. I'll ride it. Why not? I'm not changing my thoughts on the Knicks here.
Ride it like a top. All right.
And so I'm with Sean on this one. The Knicks only average 105.6 points per game. They're one of the best defensive clubs in the league. They've seen the total go over in 3 of their last 4. That's not going to happen again here. The last time these teams played together was just on April 2nd, and Dallas won 99-86. I see sort of a similar final combined score here, so I'm going under.
Under. Okay, we finish off with an agreement. So 3 out of 5 ain't bad. That's money, is what we call that in the business. That's money.
Are
All
we
right.
3 out of 5 or wait? I thought we were 4 out of 5. Which one we disagree
You
on?
agree on 3
2.
of 5.
Oh, I
Yep.
must have wrote one down wrong. Which one we just? All right. Well, you're gonna go through it. I'm gonna write it down.
The Nuggets and the Blazers. You disagree on Nuggets and
Yeah.
Blazers.
Nuggets and Blazers.
All right. So
Oh,
we're gonna do.
You got the under. That's right.
Yeah.
Why did I write it? I brought a big O there.
I do it too, so don't get me wrong. It's why we do a recap. It's kind of like your last check to like make sure that
Yeah, I mark them. I write them down.
All right. So before I recap, I do want to let everyone or remind everyone about our promo code. It's SAFE, SAFE, saves you 20% off at picksandparlays.net. And that's where you can find Sean Higgs and Nick Parsons premium plays. You could find Sean Higgs over on Twitter at real_Higgs. And Nick Parsons, find him on Twitter and on the Picks and Parlays website under the Insiders Room. So you can find him at the Insiders Room. And then one of the newest shows on Picks and Parlays, in the Picks and Parlays family, Sean Higgs is doing midday money. Pop winning free picks into your YouTube search so you can find him. He does a midday money, a late night money. It's been a whole lot of fun. So I just want to promote that out there. Look, what's the Insiders Room up to? What are you guys doing?
We're actually planning a bunch of different shows. We have Football Fridays. We do some broadcasting, and we do a NASCAR Saturdays. We're also planning a tennis show upcoming. So and then also a draft show we're planning to do next week because the NFL draft is in 2 weeks. And of course, this summer there's going to be the European tournament. So there's lots upcoming here. And I don't know if you guys just saw there, but the NFL has just announced some betting partners there with some sports books. Did you guys see that?
I did not.
Got DK, FanDuel, and who? Caesars or somebody else?
Caesars. Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
So that's significant.
Yep. Things are heating up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spreading out and heating up.
You can't have sports betting. It's evil for our sport. Okay, NFL.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. You just wait till you see the paychecks, honey. You just wait till you see the numbers there.
Yeah.
No, good news. Good news.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it blows my mind that the Nick and Tim Earl are in North Carolina and they can't online bet. And I'm like, I don't understand why why doesn't everybody allowed to have an app at this point? Like, do we not get how much money is rolling in from this? Really? Like, it's kind of a big deal, people. Kind of a big deal.
It'll get there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just a little bit more time. It's getting there. So let's do a quick recap here. People at home, if you want to grab a pen and paper, now's a good time. Remember, when these two agree, those tend to be the most valuable picks on the show, and we got 3 of them today. You guys agreed that the Pacers are going to go under that 235. You also agreed that the Pelicans go over a 242.5. They lay a big number. It's because it's going to be a big number. That's what I have learned. Nuggets was a disagreement, 225.5. Sean says it's going over. Nick says it's going under. Same thing here. Nick is the under. Sean is the over on the Blazers, 231.5. But then we agree again. We came together at the end there and agreed that the Knicks go under 210.5. That is a pretty standard issue play right now, taking Knicks under.
Yes,
Absolutely.
It is.
All right, guys. Well, thank you both so much for coming on the show.
Thanks,
I'll
Allie.
see the winner back here next week. May the best capper win.
All right. Thanks a lot, Sean. Thanks, Ellie.
See you next
guys.
week, bud. Take care.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck.